Hello! Hello everybody, welcome to the gsusfm channel. Today we are playing Doki Literature Club Plus. This is the new version that just came out, and I played this before on the channel, but I didn't fully play the game, and I did it by myself, just sitting there, and there's a lot of weird ass shit that happens in the game, and I want to share it with you. Let's jump into this creepy adventure. Yes, it doesn't look like it, but believe me, it's really bad. So let's give ourselves a new name. I'm going to be called let's just put my name. Let's just put my name. There we go. Not a fucking problem. So far I haven't seen like a lot of different changes to the game. This is the same dialogue as last time. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you had seen her for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but started around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I'll almost feel better off running away. However, I just sat and ill in front of the crosswall and let Sayori catch up to me. Yeah, even the models are still the same, so I wonder what are the changes to the game. So let's keep moving. I'm going to do a full playthrough of this because I want to see it. Don't worry about it. Psychonauts is coming up soon. There's just seems to be a problem with the Xbox service right now, so I can't play it now. So I want to give it a shot fully when that's fixed. I'm going to check that today or tomorrow. But don't worry, this series is not going to be that long. So just stay here for a while. It's just going to be, I guess, a 5-long video. Yeah, maybe something like that. I'm not going to do many voices because that just fucking hurts my throat as awful. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. And you said that you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Jesus. It's funny, that's mean, Jesus. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Oh no, I just noticed my name is in lower caps. Damn it, whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we drive the streets, we all know where this is going. In the end, I'm going to join the literature club. So let's just go there. Have you decided on club you joined yet? Yes, a club. I told you already. I'm really interested in whatever. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. If you want to see all this, just go to my first video of Doki Literature Club because so far I haven't seen any changes. If I notice something, I'm going to go straight there, or maybe you're going to notice it anyway because you will see that I didn't skip shit. So let's move on. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of my many conversations where dismissively go along with whatever she's going about. Terry likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfect content by getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I doubted that just seeing you become a NEET in a few years because, whatever. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Oh man, alright. I don't gotta fill clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will at least promise me that you trial a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I haven't let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry too much about me makes me want to ease her manliness a little bit. I mean, she does deteriorate everything inside of her head. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I packed my things, I stared blankly at the wall, looking at the ounce of motivation clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom where I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming on out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You know what, maybe I should do the voices because that way if someone decides to animate this, that would be the craziest part of all this. I will never expect someone to fucking animate a fucking episode of mine. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me. I'm just going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. That's just being mean. Meanie! Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Note that I was aware that she had an interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she saw the first one interested after the one I proposed to the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I will bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or is she cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yeah, let's go! And thus marks a day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I directly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs section of the school a riddle visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Yeah. Hey, I glanced around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always say nice things about you. Oh god. Seriously? I don't know. You bought a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh Jesus, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All the manliest voices. Our world escaped me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with sore attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I didn't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She also is the one that made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, there's one who's in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh well, it's nice to meet you both. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Jesus. Monika smiled sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably by the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels like little, you too, Monika. Come sit down, Jesus. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I get the cupcakes. Hey! I've made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a rug tray and Yuri opens the closet. I want to see something. I want to see the history. It's basically the same. Return. Settings. Alright, everything looks the same. Oh, I can change the language and everything. That's cool. Natsuki probably marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki leaves off as they reveal dozen white fluffy cupcakes to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, just hurry and take one. So Yuri grabs on the first one, the Monika, I follow. It's delicious. Sarah taps with her mouth full and has a rematch get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you taking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before. made them from you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sajori said, well, maybe, but not for you know, dummy. Alright. I gave Natsuki weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Oh, that's wrong, boys. Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know, I believe you. Well, that in reading might not be pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Some tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, they haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't sell off to politics and run to major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Oh my god, my problem with literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls are just in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to just find these three. Maybe that's why we are also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Jesus, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I have read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I very quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Something like that. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. You traces rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walk in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deeper psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't that a fucking coincidence? Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I have been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, I read a horror book once. Let's regress something I can relate to at the minimal level. I just read Yuri might be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't expect that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if the story makes me think or takes me out of the world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki eyes are over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left that piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud and Give That Back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is as good as you are. Sayuri settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Yeah, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Did you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and have Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Jesus? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I believe I've come forward with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Sayuri might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I should have another club to look at it, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry at that. Jesus. it's just so great to have my name there. It's just like, Jesus. Jewel. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing a poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I decide then. I joined the literature club. The literature club. One by one, the girls had light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Yeah, I'm going to keep talking normal because this is taking way longer than expected. I'm going to do these episodes really long because I know to get to the good part, we actually need to go through a lot of stuff. And I'm not going to keep you guys waiting for that. So let's just skip to that. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over to me once. Jesus. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Did I really impress this class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I really feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Jesus, as we're already here, how do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stays after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Alright, with that, two of us depart to the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite comment will like, something good might happen. So I'm going for Natsuki because I like her the most. She's best girl. Sorry guys. The thing is, so far I haven't seen almost any change. Literally, I haven't seen any change to the game. So we might actually need to go further ahead to see if we actually can find something else. Oh no, that's Sayuri. Sorry Sayuri, it's not you, it's me. Actually, maybe I should try to do something different. I don't know. You know what? I don't care. I'm going to go as if I didn't know what's going to happen in the game. Chocolate. Time. Valentine. Lollipop. Kiss. Clumsy. Oh no. Sunny. Fuck. Fireworks. God damn it. Pink. Vanilla. Oh no. I did two by accident. Heartbeat. Bouncy. Suicide. What the fuck? Vivid romance? No, that's not it. Daydream. Oh my god, I'm still fucking up. Strawberry. Boop. Rainbow. God fucking. Papa. Papa? Joni, yes, Papa. I don't know if I did the right thing. Hi again, Jesus. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at Literature Club. Yes, this is the part we actually ended up in the last episode. So I'm going to go and do that. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the gsusfm channel. If you are one of those that skipped the episode. So let's go. Yes. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Sorry about that. Thanks for keeping your promise, Jesus. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment to you. Making you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like, he deserves this slack. Terry told me you didn't even want to join the club this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here to hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Softly defeated, Natsuki plopped back into her seat. Don't worry guys, just all with his desk as long as he's having fun. He helps him with pussy work without me even asking. Like cooking and clean my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Jesus become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems so oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri, you even brought something today, did you know? Wait, Sayori, me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It's made me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I will make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. You reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is how this girl actually being so cute. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading that much. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this! Yeah, that's a really actually a good gesture. And to simply take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everything's letting, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corners, Yuri's face already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is roaming around in the closet. Ugh! I heard Natsuki on an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seemed to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. What's up, Natsuki? You looking for something in here? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books in boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. Yeah, what's that supposed to mean, bitch? I see. There's a long volume of manga amidst a stack of fairy books on the side of one of the shelves. Kursa put it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns the butt of manga and slips the volume right in the middle of this rest. Ah, much better. Seeing how a box set with one of book missing is probably the most retained side in the world. I remember Natsuki had like the manliest voice ever. I know that feel. I get a closer look at box she's admiring. Perfect girls? It's a series I've never heard of my life. That really means if either way out of my demographic or simply terrible. If we're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. Oh, it was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Jesus. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Perfect Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's excellently Mo. Mo? Is that right? Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Hey, what's up? I'm gay, everybody. Just kidding. She passes on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs won't work. We can read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't you say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be seen this close to her either. Not that I can say it particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki wants to get inches closer, reclaiming that additional space which she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Whoa, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You can go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then. Not really. Maybe sometimes after I already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It's about a bunch of friends in high school, typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of this since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously, you think I will enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter when they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps to get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into other backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Oh, Natsuki gives me a little shove. It just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. You're using 1% of your power. Like Shaggy. Good save. This chapter seems like about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as she doesn't want to admit it. Something. Yeah. What does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever got into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki interested in baking. It's all of the hobbies to pick up from manga. That's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it. So what am I to judge? Who am I to judge? Oh, what's up? Read on for a few minutes. I've finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? No, it's not. Even though you're just watching me read, well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with something else. I always get excited for when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? Ah, poor thing. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Oh, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown up that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm really kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for something like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it on my own room. I don't even know what my dad will do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't I? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Right? So... Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I'll flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter. I'm back. I just went to get up a little bit of energy because I have been talking for a really long time. I have been talking for around half an hour, so I'm going to keep going. I just went, grab a little snack, and we're back. It starts contrast to her usual bossy tone. There we go. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, from who it's rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Could you timing be any worse? Sorry, I just need to make sure we have enough time. You look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki soon know this is how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here now. I close the book and hand it towards to Natsuki. You're just giving it back. Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monika just said, don't be dumb, just take it home with you. Is that really alright? Sorry, hello. No. There we go. Feel better now, feel better. Okay. I said that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course, it will take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets banned, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then, I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find that much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika... Oh my god, this is like in my face. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a compensation notebook. I can already see Monika praising handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Oh, I can show it to Monika. But you know what? I'm going for Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. Yeah, let's go with the rookies first. Okay, well, let's start with things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. And the one's point of sharing in the first place. I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's why I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, at least it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki retorts, gets caught in her throat. You're so just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can figure out if it's a win or loss that you like my poem. In any case, you still need me to show me yours, right? You're fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. What about... oh, I don't know, monkey's already there, sorry. Yeah, I told you that we weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice things about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it all flat on purpose. Yeah, it helped bring out that feeling in the last line. So you did, I guess, more weight into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. So, next one. Who should I show my poem next? Let's go for Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why did you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Oh, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it has been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, I just that there are specific reading habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable things I recognize in new writers that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick writing style separate from the topic matter and they form it fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. When Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her steaming is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you a valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri apologizing or to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a leisure club? Gust under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glows. Bitch! That's so fucking sophisticated. Yes! It must be this one. The last remembered street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickling blue-green blue. Who of the future? I wait, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Oh shit, I pressed the wrong part. I'm sorry, I have such serial handwriting. Fucking what the fuck are you saying? That was the most beautiful handwriting I've seen in my fucking life. I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, I was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's your first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, their story isn't about ghosts at all, Jesus. Really? I must have totally missed the point. I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolic compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remembered place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, that was good. Let's go for Sayori. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Jesus. Yeah? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Jesus poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I broke my promise. See? It's like I said before, Jesus. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah? And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me. I'm kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. What happened there? Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Oh yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. I came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Okay. Monica. What's up? Hi, Jesus. Having a good time so far? Oh yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just throwing it with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Jesus. We're still a little bit embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yes, that's true. I had Monica my poem. I like Jesus. Really? It's a lot cuter than expected. Oh yes. No. It kind of makes me think something that Sugi will write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There are a lot of poems or stories out there that are no more than few simple words. They can be funny and endearing or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're writing for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that will apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that. Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning of. So I can see why it will be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. I could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the new kinds of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of style, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write what everyone else wants you to write, so it's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very cool. Very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction that's Paco protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I don't know. I wasn't home. I peered inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind like a film left out in sun, but it's too late. My retinas are scorched with permanent company of meaningless images. Of a meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What's the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on specific points. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down onto paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's why I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watched each of their expressions change. Natsuki eyebrows furrowing frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Do you mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Jesus did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but it's been a long time searching my writing style. I didn't expect to change it anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Jesus liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just a little jealous that Jesus appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Oh, and how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? I know. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go on my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Jesus started showing up. Oh shit! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me. As you noticed, I was standing there. Jesus, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force him to have figured out. Help me explain that to her, Jesus. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning to the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jesus? Well... How do I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but however I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... Help me, Sayori! Natsuki glares at me, dying any words I had in my mouth, so I instead turned to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defense that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Jesus. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for those that inject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems are amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words, and Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well... Also, Natsuki cute, there's nothing wrong with that, and Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So that's why Sayori is the vice president, I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing to me. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Huh? That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly, causing my stomach to knock. Such a genuine person, really. Does make a good president regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Do we get the chance? Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Jesus, how about you? Yeah, I said it's the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out to be even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes? With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I know to myself with a newfound determination. Jesus, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It really means a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Cool. Sayori, about what happened earlier, what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why you make good friends with you. You know, Jesus, it's nice that I get to spend with you in the club. Time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone's really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, I just have to see what future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to do Sayori as internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright, I guess we're going for a second day. Alright, I'm going to save again. There we go, beautiful, beautiful. Return. I'm going to go for Natsuki again. Bunny. I'm going to go full Sayori. Oh, Natsuki, sorry. Cute. Imagination. Oh, fuck. Amazing. Nope. Candy. Pure. Sugar. Strawberry. Anime. What else? What else? I'm killing it. Dazzle. Oh shit. Jiggle. Valentine. Pink again. Cheeks. Jumpy. Oh god, come on. Dream. Nope. Portrait. Bed cry. Marshmallow. And Kitty. Get wrecked. We're doing great with Natsuki. Alright. I'm happy about that. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I got a little bit more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club rendition scene gets me. Hi Jesus. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a very simple thing to get you in the good mood. But I guess it's always simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Would you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill under the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you're planning to conveniently forecast to spend all your money so that I will lend you some. But there's some more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves that one option. Fucking Phoenix Wright situation here. I give up, don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything, I was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Jesus to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling my supposed little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just? I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think of that. You were right, though. I did something bad and I have to accept for the retribution. That still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if I weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me another credit than that, Sayori. I don't know where something smacks her in the face and tumbles onto the desk. What was? A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I bet my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked out. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. I was only worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears up the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly grabs her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can be choosers, but yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. I'm still really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayuri gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki that rolls her arm around her. Ah, jeez, I get it. Cookie still in hand. Natsuki reaches up and nudges Sayuri off of her. Sayuri suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayuri throws away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayuri? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the classroom. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika, choose the club over her boyfriend after all? You're strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. Well, you will have hard to build ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I was wanting to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Jesus. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I have been practicing a lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayuri's miserable escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone's already settled down. Sayuri somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back on her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Sup, Natsuki? It's not long before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Yeah, don't worry, I kept my promise. I put the first balloon for Fred Girls on my bag. Natsuki takes it back from my hand, then quickly turns it over, pressing it to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I just want to make sure. Can you blame me for not being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow. So you're gonna tell me everything you taught, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forget. The chapter ended with Minoru and Alice found... Monika! Natsuki voice resonates loud from inside the closet. I peer inside. All of Natsuki books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my manga again? Oh, sorry. The teacher got mad for me for taking up so much space in her closet, so I had to move some stuff around and clean it up a little bit. It's still there, but I just had to organize it a bit. The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. She makes a full-time hop trying to figure out how to reach her manga. Jeez! This is so inconvenient. I'm moving this all back down. There's plenty of room on those shelves, and besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're lined up. Why would you waste that on the top of shelf, Natsuki? There's a stool on the wall there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that's hanging on the wall. If you want to, I can reach up there and hand them for you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolds. You think I'm too short or something? I mean, I knew it. Well, you know what? Just watch me. Natsuki hops on the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach to the top of the shelf. The stool will be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki is being stubborn as well. Natsuki uses her fingers to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelves. See? Gah! The box only tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls on the floor. Just all wobbles. Ha! Ha! Losing balance and Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. There! Having almost fell off, Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez. No need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get the bigger box like that. I can reach them, so I said I can do it. I don't want to help, okay? I'm gonna get the chairs, so just hang on. Natsuki forces her way past me out of the closet. Let's see. The classroom chairs have desks attached so they don't have inconvenient to fit into the closet. Aha! Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. She rolls it on its wheels back over to the closet. It's a little dangerous since the chair swivels and rolls. But I already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut. Hush! Natsuki climbs onto the chair, then slowly bounces onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch. Aha! There we go. See, I can easily do it now. Natsuki grabs a stack of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. Well, it moves now. The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steadily instead of sitting and doing nothing? Who was it? Told me not to. Yeah, I gotcha. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see up her skirt. I'll force myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. When she realizes I'll be dead. Hup! Natsuki wraps her arms around the perfect girl box set, easily the largest one on the shelf. Heavy. Hey, Jesus! I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one. Huh? But then I have to let go of the chair. That's fine, just for a second. Hurry up! Alright. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. What do you mean stand up? Natsuki looks down on me. Why are you all the way back? Huh? Natsuki looks like she realized something, but she'll lose her balance when she moves. Natsuki, the box. What are you looking at? You're trying to look at my Natsuki legs shake. I'm not, I was just. Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You pervert. That set me up. Go away, get out. But I'll do it myself. Ha. The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki! The scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box stumbles out of her hands and the books go flying. I gotcha! Crash. The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books splattered me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands right on my chest. My right arm in my back seriously felt the impact. Slowly Natsuki comes to her senses. She presses her arm straight into me to prop herself up. Huh? Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her. Gross. Gah! A first pound into my chest, Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking? You psycho! Everything's okay over there? I heard a loud noise. Monica suddenly peers in. Monica, see what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez! Sorry. Oh, and one more thing. It seems like the most recent member club is a total pervert, so I hope you're happy. I didn't somehow. It's impossible for me to explain the whole bizarre situation to Monica. This was a bizarre adventure. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know don't worry. Monica says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no, I look down. Natsuki is kneeling on the floor holding one of the books that is scarred all over. There's a large diagonal created along the page that she starts pretending to smooth out. I must have landed on the page. Natsuki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly she gives up and slams the box shut, then throws it on the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. Natsuki, are you? No! Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see tears on her face. I'll help get the crease out, okay? Partially my fault, so Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No. I don't even care that much. I'm just having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just every day, it's so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright, well, I helped clean this up. I'll move the rest of the manga for you. I pick up the volume 2 of Perfect Guest. Well, set this one aside. This helped cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lips quiver. You're really nice to me. Huh? That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Natsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I can do. The next couple of minutes are silent between us as I begin gathering the scattered books. I make sure to slip them into the box in their correct order. A little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done and hoist a box on the shelf where Natsuki wants to put it in. Then I got the stool and quickly finished moving the rest of her books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. It's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume set inside her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I make you anyway. You are taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up. If you insist. That's nice. Nice interaction. We sit in the same spot as last time I opened the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing, pointing things out to me. She's really sharp, making note of a lot of subtle repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. After some time, Monika gets out our attention and shoots it's time to share our poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep! I made you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm just starting to get into it, you know? Told you. Yeah. I returned to my seat. I slid the book onto my bag. Well, who should I shit on? Who should I show my poem to first? Let's go for Natsuki. I'm going full Natsuki mode. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem, but by now she must have read it more than once. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, said it. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously, you think I'll let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you. Natsuki faces freezes like she just realized something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki visually scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red face, Natsuki walks out of the room. Hey Jesus, did you do something to Natsuki? I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No, I just told her that my boss get caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monika that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monika seems the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She read it through her, a smile not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Jesus? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. Haha. I didn't understand Monika's jokes at all. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need an answer to that. That was just something for you to think about. Hey! Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monika's hands. Neither of us had noticed her and re-entered the classroom. Did you read this, Monika? Of course, I liked it. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know? You have bad habit of doing that, huh? But Jesus wrote this poem, and we're supposed to share it with everyone, right? Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is set to give for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Jesus is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold into this. If you insist. Alright, what? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Natsuki, I gave you the poem, but that's still not very fair to Sayori. She hasn't gotten to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess Jesus is right, Natsuki. It's not fair that you don't let everyone finish reading it. Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's going to like it though. Anyway, read my poem now. And now I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute voice. Singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I don't see her talking to people. She really talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she likes other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I don't have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler, few analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid things they're being. Like, anyone will agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, about how everything's that doesn't matter, it can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of people find out and make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of people can too. You know, I'm glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow, okay? Alright, I will. I'm back. I went back to drink water. This episode is really long, and the good stuff is not happening anytime soon, so I need to keep that energy on, alright? Who should I show my poem next? Sayori! Let's go! Jesus, I really love your poems. I can't believe you're hiding this from me. I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Just in these ones too. You can tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... Huh? No way! Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Huh? What? Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting my business all the time. Huh? I don't know if I understand, huh? You never understand when I try to explain things to you, Sayori, do you? I pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fighting with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Jesus, will you give me your poem? I kinda want to keep it. Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Oh, Sayori, you're completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I give it to you when we go home. Really? Ha! I broke my pencil. Sayori hastily hands down the piece she dropped, but being inactive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry, it's fine. I got it for you. I bent down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that, but it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry, I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. In bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is like to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks in crannies. Digging and digging, scrubbing and scrubbing. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time lapse. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and I call my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each in every friend, each in every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards. All over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They are shouting, bleeding something. But all I hear is echo, echo, echo inside my head. Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monika taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Ah, thanks. I feel like it was meant to express myself this way. It even helped me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this one's one of those signs. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Asshole. Who should I show my poem next? Yuri, let's go. Are you still mad at me? Huh? For disrespecting Natsuki yesterday, because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me. Because you prefer her writing over mine. That's not really true, meaning when I disrespected her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? Oh no. Yuri, you might be reading into this a little too much. How could I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whenever I think before I speak, it just comes off as awkward and unlikable. But if I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside come out and I make people hate me. So please, don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monika wants, but it's not fair for you to when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayori. Yuri, please. It makes it easier for me if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. Yuri smiles sadly and puts her head down on her desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her, but it's if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. I sigh to myself. I can do accept that's how she is. If she wants to be left alone, then I have no choice but to abide to that request. I wouldn't actually do that. I would actually keep trying to fucking see if she can show me that poem. That was weird. Hi again, Jesus. That was kind of silly with Natsuki earlier, wasn't it? I'm glad the two of you have been getting along so well. That's one way of putting it. Anyway, I already read your poem, you can go ahead and read mine now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Bowling, ratings, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a binal on Pixacross, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me? Load me. What the hell? It's even more absurd than yours last one. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where out the space words can really change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote these lines really short makes you feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be an abstract physical expression of a feeling. Of course, a conversation with the reader, so putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself feeling difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or something unexpected may happen. Monika, are you a fucking robot? Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Ha ha ha! Yeah, you're a fucking robot. What's wrong with you? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. That was fucking odd. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That concern of mine as well. We don't really do well with the last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayuri has been working out on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Okay? Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayuri putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayuri, who has been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki, I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, sure, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayuri. I understand where they come from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared the poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite the poems so aloud to a whole room full of people. I guess kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I think we should give it our best. We're not the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, besides being intimate with yourself, and finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right, and it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all that takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess that you had to get over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glanced around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You are the best, Yuri. This club is really going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way, Monica. This is too sudden. Well, if you want to recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins to recite the poem and her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is this something natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayuri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you so much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayuri? I'll go next. Oh, what? Yuri fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over the podium. This poem is called, Yuri glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri! It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she was practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns out structured and she initiates it with perfect timing. This might be the rare glimpse into the whirlwind of fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. It's the first time I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and gives Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem for her chest and reaches back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of the chair and carefully walks down to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your point, so it come out the best that way. I see. Whew. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her stuffed voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is, it's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew true. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori! Even Jesus liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? I came out nicely, senpai. Sayori! I was like, senpai, I was like, what the fuck? That doesn't say that. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where the sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind it, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Thanks. Well, I've been practicing that kind of things. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a point that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Jesus. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Jesus lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get over with it. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy behind it. Despite that, once I finish I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it too much. I think it's less about your abilities, it's more about the lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that improves over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then, that just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sore attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as it's giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Oh well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite the poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want to for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it will be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so, well, I guess in that case, you won't have too much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick your point and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time when you will be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too, it doesn't have to be your own. I'm really pleasantly surprised that you are putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Oh yeah, no problem. Okay everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know that the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we finish plans tomorrow and then we have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same decision as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get it through. It's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, and I have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Jesus, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's just go already. I walk home with Sayuri once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things already changed. But today Sayuri's been a little more quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayuri. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get out to, Sayuri fumbles with her words, so let's just say that one day Natsuki asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Let's chill. Walking home with Natsuki, huh? But just the thought of that makes my heart pound. I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me, but if I turn her down... Isn't she cute and fun to be around? That's not nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez, there's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry, everyone's different. Nobody in the club is replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for driving me in such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I will hate to take away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only in a few days. Who knows what will happen in that time? Alright, I guess we're getting close to the moment of truth. Alright, let's go for Natsuki. Oh god, I did it again. Kitty. Oh, damn it. Mouse. Sugar. Smile. Boop. Skirt. Kawaii. Games. Twirl. Milk. Kiss. Wonderful. Vanilla. Charm. Hair. Ribbon. Fluffy. There we go, we did it. We did great. We have Natsuki on the ropes. Oh man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walk in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. Now I'm super happy that you're willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great, huh? Where did you complain about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah, I'm not talking about or part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we go to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do you usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? Hey, I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Huh? That's not how you say my name. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Huh? Huh? Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Yuri anyway. Excuse me. Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at the desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand from her face. Huh? You're spacing out again. Oh, sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? I feel like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Yes, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I already glanced at Sayori before turning back to where everyone else. But the conversation already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Jesus, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything about Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Jesus. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things to bother her, but this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop by now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Jesus. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Huh? She's been so much happier since you joined the club. It's like an extra light that was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori's always like that. She's always being full of sunshine. It's not any different from now than it always has been. You're so funny, Jesus. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you could just forget about what I said. I tried to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from the desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can hear her from here. I sighed and I sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? No, it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Hey you! Huh? I looked up to see Natsuki next to me. Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so... Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried. It was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. Oh, that's right. Something just came out for a minute, but we can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez, now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's worrying you, then you can just tell me to leave you alone and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like I'm talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles the last part. Now, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I just been thinking about Sayori, that's all. Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seems pretty down today. But she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, Natsuki exhales. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, then in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needs you, then you will be the first person she will go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important. Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. It's always important, boys. Don't let your feelings get in the way. Because, believe me, it's better to talk things out. Maybe it's not the right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah. I should have thought of it that way from the start. Natsuki fills with the book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Oh, don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not. Jeez, you're fine. Then let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. Whatever. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls up the club room. Why don't we share poems now? If I know everything's back to normal, everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica and she smiles at me. I wonder why she was talking with Sayori. I'm going to talk with Sayori, obviously. Fuck this. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can't really tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Natsuki. Huh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant though, but it's okay. We're making new friends, it's just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good! That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Jesus. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright, just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay, I'm gonna go home a little bit earlier today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't really feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayuri cheerfully walks off their classroom, humming to herself. Odd. Alright, Natsuki, I guess. Let's see. You're something enthusiastic today. Of course, you know I like your writing. I'm just surprised. It seems like you had a lot of trouble admitting that before. Well, of course, I just had to put you in your place a little bit. It's not like I wish I was shy or anything stupid like that. Or jealous. I really wasn't jealous. Just because you happen to be a good writer. That's such a dumb thing to get jealous about. Natsuki. What? You're not very confident about your writing, are you? Huh? What are you talking about? My writing is obviously the best, right? It took me a while to figure out, but I think I finally did. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she's trying to make up for her own insecurities. If he acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too. Right? Jesus. Please, just tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Just please tell me I'm the best. I just really need to hear that from someone. I know it sounds stupid, but there's a reason I never shared my poems before this. Because nobody ever takes me seriously. What's the point in sharing my poems if people just laugh and say, that's so cute, just like you, Natsuki. Sometimes I don't want to be cute, but nobody understands that. I try really hard when I write. The style doesn't matter. The emotions are there. Why can't anyone see that? I just want Natsuki trails off. Maybe it's because her lips started to quiver. I looked down. Her fist started clenched really tightly. Hey Natsuki. If you're not careful, you rip your own poem. I gently grab the poem with my own hand until she relaxes her grip on it. I place it on the desk and smooth out the wrinkles that she put into. Don't read it! Before I can pick it back up, Natsuki snatches the poem up from the desk. It's not any good. And I know you hate my poems, so you don't have to read this one, okay? But I want to read it. Why? Because I like your poems. I really do. Why would I judge you for your style? It's not like my own style's anything crazy. I mean, it's true that the first time I read one of your poems, I didn't look much into it. But I know you better now. And it's wrong for Yuri to think your style is more amateur than hers. Instead, Yuri, she always means well. But sometimes she still focuses on simple happiness that she doesn't understand what people really want. Yeah, I guess I really thought about how hard it is for you. And I'm sorry if I was part of the problem. I understand now. You're not just cute, you're a lot more than that. Ah, Natsuki, you're doing it again. Once again, Natsuki touches her palm a little too hard. She looks down, hiding her eyes from me. I never realized how difficult this was for her. But finally, she forces herself to extend her arms and set her palm on the table. You can't read it. Just turn that way. I don't want you to look at my face right now. Okay, I will. Because you. Tomorrow will be brighter with me around, but when today is dim, I can only look down. My looking is a little bit more forward because you look at me. When I want to say something, I say with a shout, but my trust feelings can never come out. My words are a little less empty because you listen to me. When something's about me, I reach for the stars. When I feel a smile, I don't get very far. My sense is a little bit taller because you sit with me. I believe in myself with all my heart, but what do I do when it's torn all apart? My faith is a little bit stronger because you trusted me. My pen always puts my feelings to the test. I'm not a good writer, but my best is the best. My poems are a little bit deeper because you think of me. Because of you, because you. Okay. Why are you looking at me like that? If you don't like it, then just say it. I won't get mad. No, it's not that I don't like it. I was just a little surprising to read. I'm not used to hearing such nice things coming from you. Don't just say that, dummy. What do you think the point of the writing is? Expressing this that you can just say. Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry for missing the point sometimes. I always means well. And I'm happy that you showed me this too. I liked it. Well, yeah, I'm a pro, so... Natsuki mumbles, completely failing to sound confident like she usually does. Just remember that I can think of these things sometimes too. You know, when you are nice to me, it's meaningful. Oh, I'm glad! Sensing Natsuki is satisfied, I start to hand the poem back to her. But as I do, Natsuki takes my hand and pushes them back away. Her small, soft hand surprised me with her assertion. I don't want it. Why not? I just don't. Jeez. I realize what Natsuki is doing. Unable to be honest, she's trying to give me the poem in a roundabout way. Well, in that case, I'm going to keep it. Instead of teasing her, I just to go along with it. Good. If you didn't, I would. Never mind. Just I'm glad you wanted. Natsuki backpedals on her words and leaves it like at that. Despite her best efforts to hide her expression, I can see her finally smiling to herself. That's all for now, so go put it away before someone sees it, okay? Oh yeah, I'll go do that. With that, I return to my seat so I can put away Natsuki's poem. Alright, Yuri. Yuri doesn't look too enthusiastic about spending time with me. I guess if she changes her mind, she'll come to me. But I should leave her be for now. Oh, that's bad. Monica. Hi Jesus, have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it will turn out great. It will also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Stick with the Natsuki style once more, I see. You really like Natsuki, don't you? That's... Oh, come on, Jesus. It's awfully suspicious, no? Spending time with her in the club room every day, pretending to like the manga that she's into. You know how Natsuki is. If I don't indulge her, she'll end up hating me. Huh? No, I think you're misunderstanding, Jesus. It's not like Natsuki just hates anyone who doesn't give her what she wants. Yeah, she's assertive, but she's not that selfish. In fact, I think you're the only one who's indulging her as much as you have. Is that so? I kind of knew that, but I just didn't want to admit it. So I just need to ask one thing of you. Be careful, please. Natsuki is kind of unpredictable. A lot of times she doesn't even know what she wants. After all, she's the youngest one here. She might not know how to handle her own feelings properly. What I'm saying is, if something bad happens, then... Oh, goddammit. Then I could end up damaging the club too. And you won't do that to me, right? I'm not sure how to respond to Monica. Well, I care about her in the club, it's all kind of unfair to bring that up. Well, you're smart. I'm sure you'll do the right thing. Monica smiles sweetly. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you right now, alright? Alright? The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells a lady who wanders earth, a lady who knows everything, a beautiful lady who has found every answer. All meaning, all purpose, and all that I was ever sought, and here I am, a feather. Left amid the sky, victim of the current of the wind. Day after day, I search and search with a little hope, knowing legends don't exist, but well, all else has failed me. When all others have turned away, the legends is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between thumb and foreigner, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her in eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with that breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning in looking for answers starts to give me life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of in my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Yeah, that's odd. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone else. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's trying tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But you find other people who enjoy writing, the sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it, and that you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way and will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring it out? Hold on a second. It's just me or did you say something strange just now, huh? Something did sound a bit unusual, that's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Okay, you three, yeah. Yes, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. A strange air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe? Look, the only thing different is that Sayuri isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayuri always has late in the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone balanced and thrown off a little when she's in around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency, oh come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovely-dovey. Oh no! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh. That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. She didn't say anything. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. We might need a lot of them, in different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me with this, with design. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I am useless. No, that's not it all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki voting too? Yes, even I can tell now. I guess I never get Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder when she's not around. That might be the case, but if I can't also be the leader of my own team, I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Your expression suddenly changed and she stares at her desk and focuses starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri, but anyway, that just leaves you Jesus, the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, but Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. I would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You will always help me out as well. I would really appreciate of that. It's when I got suggested I spend the weekend with one of my club members. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, if you don't know how to make, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica going to give me a choice or shouldn't be sitting under your butt anyway. If you could try someone with a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would be like to handle the baking on your own. Jesus might not like to be around if only make him out to be a nonsense. So therefore, he may be more suited to assist with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Jesus to. What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys. Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Jesus to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten any chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in. You literally just said I'm surprised as well. Sorry, I was just saying though. Jeez, can we just settle this already? Yeah. Jesus, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone's looking straight at me. Oh shit! I dropped this shit. Alright, I'm going with Natsuki, obviously, but maybe I should save it here. Just in case I can actually go back and make the choice. Natsuki. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun, and you guys make it sound like a lot of work, so I could probably use it for 2 people. Don't worry, baking is a ton of fun, you definitely agree. Huh? Just a minute ago you were saying that. That's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it after all. That's good. Even though Yuri's being melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel bad. So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes! Everything I said, the performance is going to be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, Jesus? Me? Well, I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it turned out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might be just feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help. That doesn't mean... Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone worried expression. Look, Yuri, you're really the most talented one here, and you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too. We're gonna make the atmosphere special. That will be really important the way the people feel during the performance. So you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little bit more credit. Natsuki raises her hand, turns on to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I also take it back by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things, but I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell she tried to do something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps when everyone smiles and feels good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb, I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best, but with that, there's nothing for more today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so fair enough, there's nothing wrong with that. And we pack up their things and start to follow Monica and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Huh? Where are you going? Huh? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Geez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number. Okay. I'm coming over on Sunday. I bring all the ingredients. Wait! You're coming to my house? Well, yeah, that's what's wrong with that. I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I will be going to your house. Yeah, right, like I could have a guy over to my house. My dad will kill me. Really? That's kinda strict if you ask me. Yeah, I know. How do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad's home. Anyway, I just need to come play out for a second. We have each other's number now. That's all I need from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah, I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So, you better look forward to it. Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that it's not like I could act like in front of everyone. I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of, just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so... Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Never mind. What was she going to say? I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shot through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this a chance I have to make something happen between us, or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. Until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I really can't wait. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I want you to act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We see each other after... we sent each other one after changing numbers to double check. We turned into a conversation, some a different person on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kinda saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard things from Sayori since she left the club yesterday. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, it's really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me. I decided to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we had done in the past. Once I reached Sayori's house, I knocked the door before entering myself. Again, we used to play so often we made it a habit of suddenly entering each other's houses, like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's really strange for her to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom when I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Jesus. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but insists to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? Huh. I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals as wall decorations that she had for years now. If you came over more often, it would be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to need to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided the last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Oh, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course, but I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything, so it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's some more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well, so... Sayori smiles, striking her hair. That's not good, Jesus, huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak as to express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here, you wouldn't have been thinking about me right now, but this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided how to have you come over here today. It just wants to torture me. What are you saying? I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. She really put me in a trap, Jesus. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're just really gonna make me say it, aren't you, Jesus? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I have really bad depression my whole life. That's bad. Oh no. Did you know that? Or do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. A reason I start to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am. Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and care into waste by having them spending time with me? That's what it feels like, and that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that she kept it from me this entire time that I know her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Huh? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Jesus. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have wasted your effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but also feels like a bat being strong against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else, and helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone else in the club, it feels like a spirit growing to my heart. So that's why I decided that the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Right, that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Jesus, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped if everything could be like it always has. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literary club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept this punishment, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pulled her into a tight embrace. Jesus, Sayori. I don't care if you're selfish, if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Jesus, Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Jesus. Sayori barely managed to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out why we need to change. So I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I get mad if you don't. I don't know. Then this Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Jesus. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice, and yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have to other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really want to forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to for me at my house. At the very least, do you want me to come along and help out? It will be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that will be very good for me today. You understand that, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and that's in her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki's about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. Alright, so we're going with Natsuki. I'll spend only a few minutes back at home and she's waiting for Natsuki to hurry. Before I know it, she tells me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Sup? Hey! I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. And you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki's carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like that she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What, you are not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Jesus? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Ugh, this is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Huh? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you even making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because you're not in school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you speak your mind like that. Hey, now you're treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy feel like Yuri doesn't mean you shouldn't treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki? Forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little bit more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. You get all the sorrow and guilt card you gross. I finally found your weakness, Jesus. Natsuki smiles sleeplessly. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough. She's satisfied enough for now. Finally, starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen's a mess. Spoons, little balls, floor spill fluid, and plastic bats are straying about every corner top. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki's babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Jesus, where did you put the food coloring? The bar is going on over soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think this is the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray different color. That way, even the flavors are different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Oh, that's a good idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? You want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... Come on! You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. That does look really cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. That presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times worth it in the end. It's just look at it making everyone's eyes light up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? We got Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes inside your Noika delight expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe we'll use the food coloring then. Something you're starting to understand. Just make sure you're completely finished mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We're using an electric mixer for the batter, but it got stuck whisk in a huge bowl for the icing. Huh? The icing is still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah, I'm just will take a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I let it start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabbed my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I started to fight back, trying to itch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder and there's enough for my finger to reach the icing. I truthfully scoop with my finger just as Natsuki tugs without her might. Ha! The force of Natsuki pulling me caused me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face. Whose fault is that? There's a big lump of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki said, wipes it off her finger before showing her finger toward my own face. You wish, I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab the other one as well. Stop! I don't think you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. I just found seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know? Saying dumb things just to get reactions out of me. You really shouldn't do this. Tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki's so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Jesus. You really shouldn't do that kind of things to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her swallow breath. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki reaches over the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left the dinner tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? That happens to me a lot, actually. You should have checked before turning on the oven. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the black tin tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In her movement, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah, the tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. Alright, that smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She probably shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Nah, not like you need to tell me that. I wrote the decoration stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time though. What's this one for? I pick one of the nozzles that has much thinner tip than the others. That one really thin so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. You can also use it to write stuff on the cake. Like happy birthday or whatever. Oh, I see. That gives me an idea actually, huh? Well, it's a literal event, right? We could make it more literal theme by writing different words on each other of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so... Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school, nobody's judging. You can dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki boy straight off. Same with you. Huh? Did you say something? Nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the pace and fastens the nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Let me show you how to Doki. She showed me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. Okay, when we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire your work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish we could have one now. Well, there's one reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. If she will still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we will have some time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Oh, really? That's a shame. You far for walking so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance. Man, it's usually not a good place to blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? And if you and Saria each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. I don't want to worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. Again, think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at the point I felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I walked you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already too about to leave. I feel like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki, huh? What'd you say before about not always having this chance? It doesn't always have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that's possible. I like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me intensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Jesus, I thought you only care about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here long if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up to me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the side of my shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks are matching her eyes, fill my vision along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. I feel it. For a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Huh? Hey, hi Jesus. Sayori, just now we weren't... It's okay, Jesus. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any of cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clear flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Jesus? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is bleeding in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This week was better if I could just disappear. Don't say that. Sayori, don't say that! It's true, Jesus. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You don't have to put up with me being so selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. And caring about you like this isn't a burden in your mind. Isn't the burden your mind is making out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I would want to trade for anything else. So even if that takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Jesus. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Jesus. I like you so much that I want to die. Oh, don't say that. That's how I feel, and that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. As I laid my hand on Sayori's arm, I squeezed her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Well, this is Sayori nods. And if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give to you. Oh, come on. Well, I can't say I love you because that's a lie. I'm going to give. I mean, just saying bullshit and after that just going for it, it's not going to work, so I'm just going to go with it. You'll always be my dearest friend. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most for things to be like they're always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me that how much happier you seem after I joined the club. I knew you're strong with someone really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredible pain expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? Oh no, I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember, for being so selfish, so please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there are no happiness down that path. That's why I came here, so I could get the answer I need to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Jesus. I'll trust you with anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Oh no. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loud as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm thus helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can't comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I will do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. Okay. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be well back in school with Sayori isn't answering her phone. I consider going to her house to wake her up, but I say that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparation for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself. I got the hiccups. Oh no. By carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting me by storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm very excited about it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Jesus, where's the music? You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri will be here right now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she's prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it, so that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that the end is as important as this. She tried a little harder. I suddenly remember that Sayori said to me yesterday. I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I suddenly said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Jesus. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. How do you know that? You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, do you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I'm embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? Doesn't make it really seem like the bad guy here, but I'm the one who knows what's the best for her, right? Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. You probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monica's being friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, did you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. Laid out on the desk. Oh, yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is nearly printed on its own page, giving it almost a professional reel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poem from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything you said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my hair before I finish writing this poem. But the poem is never actually finished, it just stops moving. Oh, what's this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Jesus. What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else you're reading. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayuri, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder on Sayuri. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of waking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always been. That's all she needs. I want to give it to her. I reach to Sayuri's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer and she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayuri? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all, waking her inside her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, I just feel right. It just feels right. Outside Sayuri's room, I knock on her door. Sayuri, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't this kind of breach of privacy? But she really leaves no choice. I gently open the door. Sayo. Oh, she's slowly moving. Oh no. Oh no. Beautiful. Not good. Alright, hold on. I want to check something. Real fast. Because this game has the lovely motherfucking joy of actually messing up with the game files. Yeah, you heard me right. So I'm just checking right now if something is actually messed up here. So far I don't see anything wrong. Everything seems in order. But it's fucking creepy. It's still fucking creepy, I'm not going to lie. Streaming assets. Asset bundles. Windows, what's this? Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. But I don't see level 0, level 1, level 2. Global game managers. Mono bleeding edge, embed running time. Okay. I'm sorry that you're not able to see this. What I'm wondering. What can we find here in the game files. Ah, fuck's sake. That part makes me so sad, literally so sad. When I was playing it, it just made me really sad. I was like, oh come on, are you fucking kidding me? Shared assets, resources. Oh, this game was made with Unity. I'm sorry that you're seeing Sayuri. Really sorry for that. Maybe I should do something about that. Maybe I should just keep moving on that and check the files by myself and later show it to you guys. So let's keep doing that. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This is real. There's no way this can be real. Sayuri won't do this. Everything was normal up till a few days ago. That's why I can't believe that what my eyes are showing me. I'm surprised Sayuri should bomb it. Just yesterday, I told Sayuri I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything would be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession. That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonizing scream still echoes in my ears. What did I do to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My surrounding thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. I just kept spend more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship. That I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This is some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance. I wasn't careful enough. And now I carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still can do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Okay. The end? This is the end? Alright, it's not the end. This is when things are going to start going. Can I load games? Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright fellas, I'm going to leave it here. This is when shit starts to go down, and now we're going to start doing regular episodes. So just this long ass episode, this is going to be it. Oh my god, get ready for some weird ass shit. So far I haven't seen like a lot of differences between the normal free mode and this one. So I'm going to keep checking on that. Hopefully things are going to get spicier from here on. So thank you guys so much for watching as always. I hope to see you next time. This is going to be me, gsusfm, going out. Bye bye.